So, welcome again, back again to Present Fatherhood. What we've learned in our 3 years of parenting series. Our son Jordan will be turning 3 years. If you didn't watch our two videos that we started with in this series, up here.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about just from age 1.5. We left it at 1.5.
And subscribe, guys. If you are new here, my name is Jeff Dindi, and she's my lovely wife, Rachel Mbogo. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Karibu sana, by the way.
yeah, we're wearing at present
Fatherhood,
branded
yeah,
tees.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you haven't got yours, you can always order yours.
Yes.
Definitely just email us using the email on the
Mm-hmm,
description box
mm-hmm.
and get
Some,
your nice regalia.
yeah,
So, I mean, what have you learned? We left it at taking photos, the
yes,
previous one.
yeah.
Yeah, so what have you really learned on from now 1.5?
To now,
And it's funny because right now our second is 1.5.
yes.
Yeah, our second is 1.5.
And our first
First
will be
is turning
turning 3.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we are so excited and grateful to God.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
great
blessing.
milestone.
Yeah, definitely. So I think you want to start. What have you really? What's your
Yeah,
first
yeah.
lesson?
I think my first lesson that I've learned in this now, from now 1.5 years going to 2, is that this is the time that now toddler tantrums start.
Oh yeah, toddler
Yeah,
tantrums.
yeah, and I've learned that you have to really be patient.
Mm-hmm.
This is now where another phase of parenting begins, and it requires a lot of patience. When the child is still below 1.5 years, they're just small. They're probably not
You want
moving
to
much.
carry them.
Yeah, they basically don't do
They're not
much.
even developing their own autonomy yet, and now
Yes.
you're having an independent toddler running around, and maybe you want to put them on a sweater, and they don't want, and they can say no, and you even start having power struggles
Mm-hmm.
and the toddler meltdowns, as Jeff is
Yes,
saying.
yes.
So one of our greatest lessons through that has been
Patience.
the patience
Mm-hmm.
of trying to understand the why,
The why.
concentrate on the why instead of
Mm.
the what. For
Yes.
example, if my child is having a meltdown and throws themselves down, which happens, I can't start shouting over they've thrown themselves down or they've
Or
spilled
or
tea,
or yeah.
but instead opt to know why is this kid? Is it maybe they've
Yes.
wet
Are
their
they? And
diaper?
plus, that is the only way that they communicate, because they haven't really gotten their speech right.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
still don't understand much, and that
Mm-hmm.
is their way of communication. So just relax as the adult and
Mm-hmm.
try to understand why.
Yeah, and just maybe it could be that it could be something as simple as they have wet their diaper, or maybe they are thirsty, they are bored, they're also
Mm-hmm.
overwhelmed.
This is also the time that they're starting to develop their likes and dislikes, especially in
Yeah,
terms of food.
yeah, preference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you might find that as a parent, probably you can't afford to have a variety of food,
Mm-hmm.
and what you can afford you probably don't like, and that will get you frustrated.
However, the basis of the child's like is starting from the weaning. You should watch our weaning video just up here,
Yes.
and that is the basis of developing a child's taste, developing a
Yeah,
child's
yeah,
preference.
yeah.
So when you set up good foundation from the weaning, then
It will
when
help
it
you
will
going
help you through
forward. It
this
will
this
reduce the stress for you.
yeah, through this stage.
Yeah. The
So
second thing?
the second, I think for the second lesson definitely must be learning your child's personality more and their love
Yeah,
language.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
child's personality gets to now, you can see it more.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
manifest.
children are all different.
It,
Children are you will not believe how different children are.
it's incredible because, like, we were talking with Jeff just shortly ago about the difference between our first and
And
our
our
second.
second.
And our first, you would like say, like, this scenario, we tell our first, go and throw this in the trash bin, and he doesn't go immediately.
He
Um,
will not.
he won't go
He,
immediately.
he, he
It's not
might
like he hasn't listened.
Yeah, he might even come out as a very
Ignorant kid, right?
disobedient
Or disobedient
obedient
kid.
kid.
But what we realize that he doesn't. He wants to do it
from his own volition.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
he wants it to come from him. He doesn't
Yeah.
want it to look like you are commanding him to go and do it.
But second, you tell him, go and throw this, and he's so joyful, and he's
Even
going to
even my
go
wife was joking he will do very well in the army.
in the
He
military.
likes taking orders and he does it. Like if I even say that you could even be sending him 10 times to come and take a remote for you that is just here and he will do it gladly.
But you can't do that to our
Ah, you
first
can't.
because he
You
really
can't.
likes his independence. He likes
His autonomy.
his, yeah, and that stark difference is something that we really learn to appreciate.
And how this will also play in the next thing that we learn, which is now punishment. Because again, we've learned that you have also to customize punishment according to the personality of your child
Yeah.
and their love language, which you are speaking about before we just go to the
Yeah,
punishment.
so children have different love languages, just like adults. Maybe just like according to the five love languages, which is quality time,
Touch.
touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, and gifts.
Yes.
So, which one does your child respond
Respond
to?
to.
And the children are really different. Our eldest is quality time and touch,
Touch.
and that is to mean that when we move forward with that discipline lesson, it's gonna play out. You can probably be buying a gift to our firstborn, and he doesn't really
Yeah.
value it,
Yeah.
but our second loves the gift and will appreciate it more. Yeah, so those are definitely things that we really learn
But
to.
generally, again, I think also every kid just loves gifts because even our firstborn, I remember I bought him shoes the other day, and the reaction
He
was
was so
just it was
exhilarated.
just priceless. He
Yeah.
jumped up and down. There were a pair of shoes, and he jumped up and down, and then when he came and hugged me and kissed me, and it was just an amazing to watch. So I think generally children just like being bought stuff, but there are those personality that you can still identify.
And they start manifesting at least from the toddler stage, like
Yeah.
1.5, now going forward.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
definitely.
yes, yes. Yeah, which now takes us to punishment.
Yeah.
And this now, we saved it for more or less last because I think we have quite a number of things to say about
I
it.
don't like calling it punishment. I like calling it correction,
Or discipline.
personally, or discipline, because I believe.
Or a consequence.
Okay, I'm not like using different words to quote, but I just think that how it's just supposed to be geared from changing bad behavior to good behavior. It's not meant to be like harming the baby or tearing them down,
And
or
and
ruining their
and when
self-esteem.
you are talking about tearing down or harming the baby, it's not just in terms of physical harm,
Yeah,
but it is more in terms of
the emotional
emotional
well-being.
well-being. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had an episode sometime back where Jeff smacked Jordan, and I mean, even me, I have once, just a few times, and with this, we have realized, as a parent, you need to know:
Working
is
for
this
you.
working for you? Are you doing it based on your culture? Maybe you can tell
Yeah.
us in the comment section below. How do you discipline your
Your
kid?
kid.
But I think between 1.5 to 3, really, these toddlers are trying to test your limits. So even you as an adult, you have to really know what mode.
At what point are you acting from? Are you acting from a frustrated point or you are acting out of reason?
That's true.
You
That's
know,
true. Yeah.
yeah.
And I think also children really want to be guided and corrected and talked to in a good tone.
Yeah, they are human beings too, and they have emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
I know this is a hot topic enough, especially over here in Africa,
Yeah.
about how kids are kids, and if they do wrong, they're just supposed to be smacked and beaten,
Yeah.
and no emotions. We are not quote unquote Western people where we talk to our kids and we're like baba, hii ni mbaya nini nini. You just cane them, but I feel like they're human beings.
They are. And one of the key reasons why, okay, for example, with our first, we got to realize quite early that smacking doesn't necessarily work. it does more harm than good. And one based on his personality, based on his love language. So one, you also need to customize punishment
To every
or
child.
correction according to every child. There's those children who you talk to, they'll probably not listen. There are those children, but all the time there has to be consequences, there have to be limits, and the children need to be aware. It's just as young as 1.5. When you do this, you're so going to get this. If you do this, you're going to get this. Those have to be there.
And as you're saying earlier, that this is the age that there is a lot of power struggle. The toddler is trying to obtain his autonomy
Yeah.
and to discover himself and the world in his own way. And that cannot augur well with the parent, and that is what you need to understand. What space do you leave for him to discover himself and be able to make their own decisions?
And I like, there's a post that one of our friends made, that children don't learn how to make decisions by being told to do them. They learn how to make the right decisions by making them.
And it,
You
go-
have to allow
and
them
it
to
goes
make
to
the
a simple
right
thing that we
decisions.
normally do for our kids when we go to a grocery store. We don't just pick a banana for him and give him, or pick a mango for him. We actually tell him to go and choose what he wants.
And even, for example, we started a savings culture where we have a savings box, and sometimes we give them some coins to start giving them the value of money. This is actually jumping into the next lesson, kind of, in terms of you can start introducing money concepts to the toddler, and they have these coins. They know that saving, they can be saved, and some can be spent. And because we want to let them know the value of money, we give each of them coins of different value, around 20 shillings, or 10 shillings, Kenya shillings. And when we go to the store, they actually are the ones who go and pick what they like, and they can see the value. They know the value. So if they go to the shopkeeper and the shopkeeper says this one is of a higher value, return it. They have to learn. They have to choose something that is within
The budget.
the budget. Yeah. So it's more like slowly starting to introduce the money concept to the kid, which actually really has been working. And there's a beautiful moment that Jordan happened to. I think our youngest didn't carry his coin, and so our eldest went with his coin, and so I told him, okay, choose what you want. And he picked 2 items. He picked a biscuit and he picked a wafer. And in my mind, I was thinking, okay, is this enough? And so the shopkeeper said, okay, that's enough. And funny enough, I was so surprised to see that Jay came and gave he had picked one for his brother. He realized that his brother had forgot his coin, and he gave him to share. So that was really beautiful. Yeah. So I think that saving aspect and the money aspect is so important. And of course, it takes us to one of the other lesson on homeschooling.
Yeah. We have also have a video on homeschooling that I was doing homeschooling. I more or less like a trial run. I think there are 2 videos.
Yeah.
So you can check them out. The link is just up here. Check them out. Get to see how I did it. You can also comment on those videos.
Yeah.
But it's something that you should start considering, especially right now with the COVID-19 has happened, and everybody is homeschooling, and it's something that we have to really think about seriously. Before, we were not even seeking information about how to do it. But right now is the time.
Yeah, and because when you're considering, what if your kids miss school for even 1 year, 2 years?
You never
Here in
know.
Kenya, children are not have not been in school for nearly 3/4 of the year.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's homeschooling really.
And I've learned so much about homeschooling. It is a great option that has many advantages, because it gives you an opportunity to customize teaching to your child. Especially there are those like our son Jordan. He has he has a personality that probably will not fit well in a class. And if you don't get a teacher that really understands him, then you will really have difficulty and issues. And not that he's a bad kid, but he's just a kid that needs a particular type of attention. that
Definitely, yeah.
a school will not be patient to give him.
Some
So
schools, yeah.
so homeschooling will be a great option
Yeah,
that you all should think about and consider.
definitely, yeah. So
Mhm.
actually, there was an Instagram live that I did on mom's blog that we ran. It's You can check it out. We'll put the description on the link at Thriving Supermama. So we did homeschooling explained with one of a very professional homeschooler,
Red
Rediata
letter, yeah.
KE. So you guys can check her out and even see her YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's
Yeah,
amazing the work that she's
Red
doing with
Letter
her daughter.
on
Is not She's
homeschooling.
not even 2 years yet, and the
Yeah,
things that
not three,
she's three,
almost three, I
almost
think.
three, and the things that she's doing is amazing. That just tells you what homeschooling and being consistent in doing it can be
Can
able to
really
do.
result in.
Yeah, but first, before you consider, go seek information. There are groups. There's a WhatsApp group for homeschoolers. There's a Facebook page for homeschoolers that
And there are
has,
many
yeah,
resources.
that has great resources for
Yeah.
you out there.
So far as we getting excited into
You
celebrating
know,
the marking
yeah.
being parents for 3 years, I think those are great highlights. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for sticking around and with this on this series.
Yeah, it's been amazing to tell you the truth. We are happy. We want to be grateful to God.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to be grateful for our friends and relatives that have worked with us for the past 3 years. And as we'll be celebrating it, we think it's gonna be a blast. I think there are three parties lined up for him to celebrate his third birthday.
definitely, and even us as parents.
We are going to celebrate.
Yeah, I
It's,
mean,
it's, it's, it's been an achievement.
thank you for joining us and being part of the journey even to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know you can see the growth.
Yeah, part of the birthday gift that you can give us, and him is by sharing
This video.
this video, our YouTube channel, and getting more people to subscribe because we are aiming to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of. If we surpass it, even better, right,
Yeah,
baby?
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, those are the things that we've learned,
Mm.
and watch out for other videos. There's a series that we've been doing on fatherhood. Every Tuesdays you'll be getting a video on fatherhood series, and I think our own life and our own family will be on Fridays.
Yeah, stalk us too on Instagram and our Instagram stories, and you'll definitely get so much more sauce.
Yeah, bye
Mm.
bye, and keep it present, fatherhood.
Cheers.